Okay, we want to take a look now at actually editing schedules in the truck scheduling system of the Service Manager control panel. So I come down here to truck schedules. I've got a checkbox here that says allow schedule editing. If I don't have permission to edit truck schedules, this won't appear on my screen. But since I do, I'll check this. I'm taking the defaults, all the locations, all the order types, and the current week. I'm going to view the schedule. Now, there's very little in this because this is dummy data, so I'm going to go back to some we've worked with a little bit. So here I have different options now to edit the jobs. If I need to add a job on any particular day for any particular mechanic, I click here. Say I want to add this job for this mechanic on Wednesday. I click Add Job, and really all I need is the order number. I'll put something in here, and I save it, and that now appears on the order, on the schedule for that mechanic for that day. If I want to move this job to the previous day, or let's go back a step. If I want to copy it to the previous day, in other words, start it on the previous day but keep it in this position, I click this link with the double arrows, and what happens is it copies it to the previous day. So now I have it on both days. If I want to move it, say from Wednesday to Thursday, I click the single arrow. The single arrow will move, and what happens is it moves to Thursday. If I have multiple jobs in one day, say for example here I have this job at the bottom and I need to move it up, I just click the up arrow and it moves to the top of that day. If I need to move it back down, ADC Builders, if I want to move that back down on the day, I click the down arrow and it simply moves it to the bottom of the day. So you can move a job up, down, to the previous day, to the next day, or you can copy it to the previous day, in which case it leaves it on this day and puts a copy there, and you can copy it to the next day if maybe that you expect the job to run 3 or 4 days, whatever. You can just click this link, it will continue to copy it to the next day. That's the navigation, that's the editing. Now if I want to put hours on the job or move it to a different mechanic, for example, this link with the hours on it allows me to actually make changes on the entry. So if I want to give it to a different mechanic, I can drop this down, pick a different mechanic and save it. That will move to a different mechanic. If I want to move it to a different day, maybe to the following week or whatever, I can click my date picker, click the following week. If I save that, it will just move that entry to the next week. When I need to put job cost hours on an entry, I pick the job type, and here we have 3 types, but these are editable. So if I want to say it's a mechanical job and I want to put 3 hours on it, I put 3 on here. Work description, whatever it was, and I hit update job cost entry. This will return me back to the schedule, but I will have put time on the job now. This is how time gets entered on the job. It's done straight from the schedule. Now let's go back a step. If I want to see which jobs I have on the schedule but have no job cost entries, no time entries on them, ones I might have missed I put on and didn't put time on yet, I can check this checkbox and it will only show me entries that have no hours on it. So if I do that and I click allow schedule editing, I can go in and let's go back a week or two into some better data. Now here's one. Okay, I have no time on this. Hit contracting, no time on it. I can click it, put my time on it. I pick a type. I put say 4 hours on it. I put some comment in the work and update it, and then this job comes with it puts the time in the job. Then of course it disappears off this schedule because I've asked only for the jobs with no time. So that's a very quick look at the truck scheduling to give you some idea how that works. It's very straightforward. It's very easy to move things up, down, left and right on the schedule. Very easy to move through the weeks, previous week, next week. We've done a lot of work on optimizing the processing so that it's pretty quick. It's really just a second or so, a couple seconds maybe, to update the schedule, and this, as always, works on a cell phone, works on an iPad, works on a tablet, works on any web-enabled device.